Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. It's Monday today and it feels like a very bizarre day because it's technically the first day of half my maternity leave, I'm going to call it, because I'm still working in the office Thursday to Saturday, but Monday to Wednesday I'm now free to do whatever I like, which does feel very strange to me. I've been out and done a complete food shop, which at the moment is a bit challenging because we've not got a kitchen. But yeah, going out food shopping is not something that I ever do. I just don't have the time for it. Where I live, we're currently about 30 to 40 minutes away from any kind of big supermarket, so you really do have to make the effort to go out and do that, and I generally don't have the time, and I always do an online food shop. Because I'm now a free woman 3 days of the week, I thought I'd make the most of my very first day doing that. Anyway, moving on to the house renovation. The kitchen and utility room has had a little bit more progress since I last updated you in my last video. I did briefly mention that I didn't film Sam and his father putting together the kitchen island yesterday, and then they also made a start in the utility room putting together the washer tumble dryer unit, so I will give you an update as to what that looks like in there in a moment. Plan for this evening is to try and get the rest of the units fitted in the utility room ready for the worktops to be measured tomorrow. So Sam has got, I believe, about 4 in total to fit, including like a corner panel bit, which may take slightly longer because that involves a little bit more cutting, and then also one of those units is for the sink as well. So I don't think it's going to be as quick as some of the other cabinets that we fitted, but I'm going to try and help him out as much as I possibly can this evening so that he can get that done ready for tomorrow. So it is a very tight schedule, and I think Sam's already stressing. I spoke to him on the phone earlier, thought that he might have been able to have got a slightly earlier day from work today and would be home by now. I mean, it's 20 to 4 and I know the job that he's on is taking slightly longer, so today has already not gone to plan, and I can tell in his voice that he is so tired and so stressed. I also think Sam's dad's going to pop along at some point just to give an extra helping hand if we need it. It's just luck for this evening. But yeah, I'll stop rambling and just show you the update as to what they managed to get done yesterday. I'll pretty much show you everything in here if you're new here and you've not seen any of my previous videos. So it is looking a bit chaotic in here. As you can see, the kitchen island is in situ, so I'll show you that in a second. But we have officially got all of the cabinets built across the bottom here and then around the corner, and then we've got all of the tall unit cabinets all across the top here as well. And then we've got all of these tall units all built to the side here. And something that's going to get left for later on this week is the tall units that are going over here. Because there are no worktops to be measured over in this corner, Sam's going to wait until they've been measured tomorrow before he then finishes this bit off. But yeah, the island itself, it is a bit dark in here, so I don't know whether you're going to be able to tell, but we have gone for a forest green, which originally did scare me a little bit, but Sam really loved the dark green. And there was one on display in the Ren Kitchen showroom which Sam absolutely loved, so bit the bullet and we have gone for this colour for the island. And as you can see, it is a bit chaotic over here, but it was very difficult trying to measure and position where everything needed to go. This is the first appliance that we've taken out of the box and installed, fully for the fact that we needed to put it in place to know exactly, like, measurement wise where it needed to go. But this here is a wine rack, and then over in the corner here Sam has built the space ready for the dishwasher to go into, which he hasn't taken out of the box or sorted as of yet because he didn't need to do that yesterday. But yeah, as you can see at the moment, it's just literally full of all this cardboard stuff and even more cardboard stuff which is over there that needs taken to the tip. And then in the middle here is where the sink is going to be put in situ, so we have opted for a Belfast double sink, which is why this bit looks so big here. And then across the other side of the island we have got an overhang that's going to come out to probably about here. so that we can have some bar stools underneath this part, so it will look a bit more put together when the worktops and the sinks and everything are in position. And then through into the utility room, we have installed the whole unit, and I say we, it was mostly Sam and his dad, which was quite a faff to put together, but anyway, it's in now, and we've got a shelf at the top here, and then the washer and dryer will be put in here. There will be doors that will get put onto the front of this as well, but this was just another thing that Sam wanted to get started and finished yesterday. I don't think I've actually mentioned this, but we did have to slightly add on a little bit so that we could allow for the cabinet to fit flush with the end of this reveal bit, so it did end a couple of mil to the right, but Sam's had to bring it out ever so slightly, and we've had to fit the window, which I'm not sure whether you'll be able to tell, you probably can ever so slightly, but there's a bigger gap this side than there is this side, and you can slightly see it from the outside as well, but we didn't want this cabinet to be overhanging so that you could see that from the outside. A small adjustment needed to be made in order to fit this perfectly, and I don't think he's done too bad considering. And then at the moment there is nothing that has been placed into position around this area, so this evening's plan of action is to get all of the units fitted across here and across this way. The most fiddliest parts, I would say, is going to be sort of like trying to work out where these pipes need to be and what holes need to be cut out so that the cabinets can obviously sit flush back to this wall. The sink unit, I think that'll be a little bit more complicated as well, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it all goes smoothly this evening. And if you're wondering why there's a pair of trainers on the washing machine, it's just that I went out this morning and Rosie is prone to taking these things, so before I left this morning I had to quickly find somewhere to put it. Yeah, that was quite disgusting really, but that's just the reality of not having anywhere to put anything at the moment. And then in the extension part, this is what we have got left. So we have cleared it out quite a lot, and obviously the last little bits are for the utility, which are some of these boxes round here. The fridge freezer's here, and the tool units for that is over there, so I'll be pleased to have this space back over the next couple of weeks. And just like that, the utility units have been installed. So last night it was quite a stressful evening trying to get this all put together, ready for the worktop to be measured today. So myself, Sam and Sam's dad did come over to help get this last bit finished off. So Sam is a bit relieved now that he's finally got this installed. Now Sam is actually working here today with a work friend, so they're going to get quite a bit done. There are still doors to put on here. I think he's still got to fix this big unit back to the wall, and then I believe they're going to be making a start on the cleaning cupboard in here, because I've got a vision of having some sort of like shelves across, some little cubes down here just to store all my cleaning stuff, and then a bit of a gap this side here for the mops and the hoover and all of that kind of stuff to belong. So hopefully I'll be able to share some progress of this in here today. And then obviously in the kitchen it's still looking the same as yesterday. So this morning's plan of action is basically just to get everything all tidied and cleared up. I need to get all of these like little screw bags all organised into their own little bags, because there's just so many extra bits that'll be handy to keep. So I think it'll be a morning of organising and tidying all of this up. Sam has got to install 2 panels to go on the inside of here, so he's going to quickly do that before the worktop gets measured, because we are going to have worktop coming up here as a backsplash as well. And in the extension here is just looking so much brighter now. A lot of the units have been taken out. If Sam has got time today as well, he might start over here where the fridge and freezer and the other tall little larder cupboard's gonna go, but he doesn't want to be working late tonight, which I don't blame him, so we'll see what we manage to get done today. previous clips that you will have seen, I was hoping that I would have been able to have got more filmed than what I actually did. So in the kitchen and utility room there has been a little bit more progress, which I haven't shown you. So I'll take you downstairs in a moment and give you an update. Today is Monday and my plan is to try and get inside the kitchen cabinets all organised. So I need to get all of the shelves put into position so that once that's done I can start loading some of the kitchen stuff, which is such an exciting next step. Obviously with the baby on the way, everything is going at 100 miles an hour and I wanted to make sure that everything in the kitchen was put away as soon as possible so I can free up the spare room and the top of the stairs here, because the house just feels so cluttered with all of the kitchen stuff being all over the place. And I do want to clear out the hallway as well and move some of that stuff into the extension. Now that the worktops have been measured, they've been given a fit date of the 5th of November, which is a week tomorrow, and I know it'll come around really fast, so I am a little bit limited as to what I can obviously put away. If I can get the majority of it done before the tops get fitted, then that means that I've just got to tie up the last couple of bits once that's been done. We did have our electrician pop over on Friday afternoon, I think it was, yeah. So he came for about an hour or so just to fit a couple of the spotlights, just to try and make some progress, and I believe he will be coming back today at some point to get some more stuff done, because there's quite a lot to do, such as fitting the spotlight switches, the sockets, the oven and the microwave needs wiring in. We have installed our fridge and freezer, so that all needs wiring in. So yeah, there's quite a lot to do. I'm going to stop waffling on and show you the progress that has been happening downstairs. Now I'm really getting out of breath whilst talking, so I do apologise if you may notice that. Baby girl is really starting to feel heavy now. I'm feeling super uncomfortable at the moment, but the more I move around, the more I stretch, the better I feel. So hopefully sorting out the shelves today will ease it slightly. But anyway, coming into the kitchen is what it currently looks like at the moment. Now it does look a bit like a bomb site, and Sam has moved the fridge over here for the time being. But if I start in the utility room, as you can see in this corner here, the hole that Sam ran out of sand for has now been fully filled. So in here, I'm not going to do anything today because there's no point in me putting the shelves in here, because the worktops are going to get fitted and all of the stuff in here will probably get dusty and dirty. And goes for these little cupboards, and the hole for the sink and everything will be sorted out when the tops get delivered. Our washing machine is looking a little bit worse for wear, but hopefully over the next couple of days we will be able to get that moved into here, as well as the tumble dryer stacked on top, so that we can just keep it out the way for a little while until Sam needs to do the flooring. And we are still yet to fit the doors on here as well, but that won't take long at all. Something I wasn't able to film was the cleaning cupboard. So Sam has made this structure. I've seen lots of different storage ideas on Pinterest. I thought that this would work perfectly in here. I think my plan is to put things like tall boots, welly boots, all of the muddy shoes in the bottom here. So this bit is slightly bigger than these shelves at the top here, but I've deliberately done it so I can fit all of the like dog walking shoes and stuff underneath there, which will be much better than trying to put it away with clean shoes. And then, like I say, I'm just going to stack all of the cleaning stuff into these shelves. I think toilet roll, kitchen roll and stuff will go up here. There's enough space to put baskets and stuff at the top here, so hopefully over the next week or two I'll be able to get that organised as well. And then this long bit of space down here is just going to house the hoover, the mop and all of the taller bits, which will hopefully stack nicely in there. And then coming into the kitchen, obviously I've shown you all of these units already and the kitchen island, but over here we have fitted the fridge freezer. So we ended up going for 2 fridge freezers, so they're 50-50. It means that we've obviously got the 2 fridges at the top, the 2 freezers at the bottom. Then over here we've got a small little cupboard which Sam has already claimed as his snack cupboard, so I already know what's going to be housed in here. and in this cupboard there are a couple of drawers like there is in this end one here, which I've not shown you the layout of it just yet, but once I've got all of the shelves all organised in the cupboards, then I'll obviously show you the progress of that. Because all the tall units have now been fitted, the extension is looking so much more clear now. Something else I totally forgot had happened last week is that Sam surprised me with a big bit of wood that he went to the wood merchant to buy for the dining room table. Doesn't look like anything at the moment, and it is currently upside down, but Sam purchased a big slab of chestnut wood, and his plan is to use most of it for the dining room table. So there's a lot of sanding, a lot of prep work to go into this. It's going to put some legs on it, and it will sit over in this corner here. And it's quite nice because we've got a funky edge across this side, which will sit on the outside where the chairs are gonna go. And then we've got a nice straight edge across the back here, which will sit along the back edge where the bench is gonna sit. So it was such a lovely surprise because I had no idea that he was doing that whilst he was out at work one day. And I think his plan is to use most of it for the table, which we're hopefully going to be able to sit about 8 people around it. And then the rest of it, I think he wants to make a little coffee table which will sit where this seating area is. And then he said he might have a little bit left over for a shelf. I've been patiently waiting for these two to settle down before concluding the end of this video. I do apologise, it has been a little bit here, there and everywhere. I started this video on Monday of last week and we're currently on Friday of the following week. So there has been kitchen progress that has happened, but a lot of it has just been bits and bobs here and there. I mean, we are still working each evening to try and get stuff done before the worktops get fitted on Tuesday, and hopefully by the end of next week there will be a lot more progress that has happened. I can't remember what I have and haven't shared with you, but in the kitchen all of the cabinets have started to be filled up. Sam has put the doorknobs on. Again, been rudely interrupted by these two. But yeah, the craziness of it all this week has definitely taken a toll on me, and lack of sleep is getting to me, and that's even before baby girl is here. But I'm going to try and keep on top of the progress as much as I possibly can, and I look forward to sharing the worktops with you in my next video.